Hi friends, today we'll be seeing one of the important concept in C language, that is loop. Okay, so today we'll be seeing one of the important concept in C language, that is loop. Okay, so totally in C language we have three types of loops. Okay, in C language we have three type of loops. Okay, what is loop, why we use loop, I'll be explaining you, but for time being just remember there are three types of loops in C language. Okay, what are they? First one is while. Okay, first one is while loop, and second one is do while loop, and third one is for loop. Okay, so these are the three loops we have in C language. Okay, so if someone asks you how many types of loops we have in C language, you need to say we have three types of loops in C language. Okay, so one is while, the second one is do while, and third is for loop. Okay, so in this video we'll be discussing about while loop, in the next video we'll be discussing about do while loop, and in the next video, that is in third video, we'll be discussing about for loop. Okay, so in this video we'll be discussing about while loop. So before starting, I just want to tell that in our daily life, okay, in making an application or building a software, 95% will be using for loop. Okay, so 95% will be using for loop only. Okay, means if we get a scenario where you need to use loop, in that condition in 95% times you will be using for loop only. Okay, and 5% you will be using while loop. Okay, and do while loop you'll be using very rarely. Okay, to be more precise, you won't use do while loop that much. Okay, maybe in 1 in 10,000 or 1 in 20,000 cases you'll be using do while loop. Okay, but mostly 95% of the times you'll be using for loop only. Okay, and 5% you'll be using while loop. Okay, and do while you'll be using very rarely. Okay, so these are the three types of loops which we have in C language, and I even told you what is the percentage of usage. Okay, so in today or in this video we'll be seeing a while loop. Okay, so before getting into while loop, I need to tell you what is loop, because while loop is a subtopic, main topic is loop, so I'll be telling you what is loop. Okay, so if I ask you write a C program to print five numbers, that is 1 2 3 4 5, then what you'll be doing? Okay, int a equal to 1, b equal to 2, c equal to 3, d equal to 4, e equal to 5, and printf percentile d percentile d percentile d percentile d percentile d comma a b c d e. So now you will be printing five numbers, that is 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so if I ask you write a C program to print 20 numbers, then at that time you'll be taking 20 numbers. Okay, int a, int b, int c, so on. You'll be taking 20 variables and you'll be printing those 20. Okay, so 5 it's okay, 20 it's okay, 30 it's okay, but if I ask you to write a C program to print 100 numbers, then what you will do? Then it becomes a tedious task, means time taking task. Okay, you need to declare 100 variables and you need to print those 100 variables. If I ask you 1000, if I ask you 10,000, then what you will do? Will you write this 10,000 variables? So that's why whenever there is a case where we need to repeat a thing multiple times, there we'll be using the concept of loop. Okay, so now our task is, I am asking you to print, okay, let us say 20 numbers. Okay, I'm asking you to print 20 numbers, what you will do? Okay, so as you don't know the loop concept, you will be blindly writing int a equal to 1, int b equal to 2, blah blah blah. Okay, and you will be printing, but I don't want that statement. I want it to get printed very easily, so for that I'll be using loop concept. Okay, so now in this video, as I told you, I will be using while loop. Okay, so in C language, any loop will be having three parts. Okay, so remember this. Okay, in C language any loop will be having three conditions or three parts. What is this? First one, you need to initialize, okay, and second thing is you need to tell the ending point, okay, and third one is you need to increment, okay. So before telling this, I'll be comparing it with a generalized example, okay. Suppose to go to some place, you'll be booking a Uber ride or an Ola ride, okay. So first the cab driver will be asking you where I need to pick you, okay, where I need to pick up you, okay. So pickup position is important, otherwise cab driver doesn't know where to pick up you. So that's why pickup location is important. Pickup location is nothing but initialization. So if I ask you please print 20 numbers, then one fellow will be printing 1 to 20, the other person will be printing from 0 to 19, the other person will be printing from 10 to 30. So that's why we need to tell from where it need to get started. So if I tell it need to get started from 1, then it will be much clarity, okay. So that's why as cab drivers ask to pick a position, in the same way loop also asks you from where I need to start printing. So that is the important thing. So initialization is nothing but your pickup position, okay. So that is the initialization, okay. And second thing is ending point, okay. So what is the ending point? I told you to print 20 numbers, and I also told you the initialization point is 1. So automatically you'll be getting the end point. So that is important. Now correlating it with the ride. So pickup position you have told, and at the same time you need to tell the destination also, the place where you need to drop. Just if you tell the pickup position, then cab driver doesn't come. So in the same way for loop also you need to tell the where it need to get start printing and how many numbers it need to print. So here 20 is the ending point. So from 1 next 20 numbers you need to print. So you are telling the ending point also, okay. So this is the important. So initial point you need to tell, ending point you tell, and next one is increment, okay. So increment is nothing but you will from, let us say I'm starting from Hyderabad and I'm going to Vijayawada. So I need to cross each kilometer, okay. So this is very important, okay. What is increment, you'll be understanding more when I start programming, okay. So now my task is I need to print first 20 numbers, okay. So I need to tell the compiler that I need to start from first number, okay. So int I equal to 1. So you initialized, so you told the compiler that I need to start printing from 1, okay. Now ending point, okay. Ending point is nothing but your condition, okay. So I want to get printed till so this is I, right? So int I equal to 1. So I want to print till I less than or equal to 20, okay. So this is the ending point, this is the starting point, int I equal to 1. From I equal to 1 your Ola ride or Uber ride need to start, okay. In the same way from I equal to 1 the loop need to start, okay. Your Ola or Uber ride need to print when it completed 20 kilometers. In the same way your printing also need to be done till I becomes less than or equal to 20. So it will be checking from 1, okay. So 1 equal to 1 and 1 is less than or equal to 20, so it will be printed. 2 is less than or equal to, it will be printing. So 18 less than or equal to 20, it will be printing. 19 less than or equal to 20, it will be printing. 20 less than or equal to 20, it will be getting printed. 21 less than or equal to 20, not. So at that point it will be stopped. So from 1 to 20 you will be getting printed, okay. So this is the ending point, okay. So here printf I want to print I, okay. So once your I has started here, okay. So I is equal to 1. So is 1 less than or equal to 20? Yes, 1 is always less than or equal to 20. So less than or equal to, in the sense either it need to satisfy the condition less than or it need to satisfy the condition equal to, okay. So 1 is less than or equal to 20, so it will be printing, okay. It will be printing, and then you need to increment this one, okay. Okay, this is called increment. Okay, so either you can write in this way, or if you feel it little bit confusing, you can also write I equal to I plus 1. So what are you doing here? Here the value is 1. Okay, so 1 is less than or equal to 20, so it comes into the loop, same as if condition. If condition is met, then it will be going into the braces. In the same way, while also it will be checking the condition. 1 is less than or equal to 20, so it gets into the loop, it prints the statement, that is the 1 will be printed. Then you are incrementing the value, in the sense you are adding I to 1, so 1 plus 1 2, so I became 2. Okay, so loop is nothing but this while loop will be repeated. So again, now the loop will be repeated with I equal to 2. So now 2 less than or equal to 20. Okay, so for more clarity, I'll be telling here printf percentile d comma I. Okay, so now printf now I value incremented to percentile d, and the next while loop will be started with this value. Okay, so what is that? Comma I. Okay, got it. So now here I'll be using slash n. Okay, here also I'll be using slash n. Okay, now you'll be understanding clearly. Okay, so for the time being I'm taking only 5. Okay, next I'll be taking 20. For clear understanding, I'm taking 5. Okay, now we'll be running this one. Okay, so if you see here, int I equal to 1, so int I equal to 1, so now is I less than or equal to, sorry, is 1 less than or equal to 5? Yes, so it will be going into the loop, and here 1 got printed. Okay, now 1 plus 1 equal to 2, so now I value is incremented to 2. Okay, and the next while loop will be started with this value 2. Okay, so the next I value will be started with a 2, so again 2 less than or equal to 5. Okay, so 2 is less than or equal to 5, so it enters into the loop and 2 will be printed. Okay, now again you are doing 2 plus 1 equal to 3, so this time I value will be becoming 3, so now I value incremented to 3, and the next while loop will be started with this value 3. Okay, so now this time I will be becoming 3, and 3 less than or equal to 5, so 3 will be printed. Again 3 will be incremented to 4, and again the while loop will be started with 4. 4 less than or equal to 5, so if you see here 4 will be printed, and 4 will be incremented to one more value, so 4 plus 1 equal to 5. So this time the while loop will be started with 5, so 5 less than or equal to 5. Yes, so again it enters into the while loop, it will be printed, and again it will be incremented to 6. So now I value incremented to 6, and the next while loop will be started with this value, that is 6. Now again it will be checking whether 6 less than or equal to 5. So is 6 less than or 5? No. Is 6 equal to 5? No. So that's why this condition is not met, so it will be returning false. So when it will return into false, it doesn't go into the loop, it will be just coming out of the loop. Okay, so this is the concept of loop. So loop always makes you to occur continuously. Okay, so to occur continuously till the condition is satisfied. I'll be commenting this one. For clarity, I have used this printf statement. Now just run it. Okay, so you got 1 2 3 4 5. Now I'll be using 20. Okay, so if you see here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 20. Okay, now I want just even numbers. Okay, or now I want just odd numbers. What I need to do for odd numbers? Simply I is equal to I plus 2. Okay, that's it. You understood the logic? Because odd numbers occurs for every third number, so that's why I is equal to I plus 2. Now if you see here 1 3 5 7 11 13 15 17 19. Now I want even numbers. What you need to do for even numbers? You need to change this one. Okay, So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 18, 20. So this is a beautiful concept of while. If you have any doubts, please ask in the comment section and subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you.